Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Racing Stacks TBR. This is where I play a game that I am particularly bad at to work out what books I'm going to be reading over the next month. Now, July is going to be hectic. We've got Yalk, I've got weddings, I've got so much going on that reading is, quite frankly, unlikely. But I also need to get some books together because I've got trips and stuff. It's going to be wild. It's going to be busy. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm definitely a homebody, but, you know, it is what it is. So I haven't got any readathons planned. I've got exactly 2 book clubs, one of which I can't even remember what the book is. So for Lamentable Library, I genuinely don't remember what the book club pick is, and for that I'm very, very sorry. But I will put it down in the description should you wish to jump on that. We haven't had a live stream since January, again, because we've both been super, super busy, but hopefully we'll rectify that very soon. Just gonna jump straight in. Here is me playing Racing Stacks before I tell you what I will be reading this month. Whew, right, let's see what we're doing. Let's see what's going on. Okay, right. I still can't remember what any of these are. I think I've got one of those already. That's a romance. I do know that's a romance. That's historical. That's a candle. Okay, right. So we've got gothic fiction debut author, science fiction feed scroll. That's dangerous. I don't trust Twitter to recommend me a decent sci-fi. And I say decent because I'm so picky with sci-fi, it's not even funny. So maybe not with that one. Contemporary, most recent purchase is the same prompt I got last month. Adventure, foreign country would be a good one. Romance, classic, lying as a key theme. Ooh. See, there are some really good prompts. But they're not what I want. And I think I've established that candles might be gothic fiction. I really should remember, but I'm rubbish at this. So, okay, we're gonna go round two. Round 2. Let's see what happens. Okay, I've no idea what I'm doing. Right, another romance. That's a thriller, I think. That's a contemporary. I only want really one of those. Middle grade. Crystal. Okay, so the candle is mystery because I got that one last. So we have literary, a hyped book, which is dangerous. Mystery, new to me author. Fantasy, a readathon prompt. I'm not really doing any readathons in, like, just in general in July because I won't have time. I know that Becca is hosting a Patreon only, but I think that's just like a weekender one, so I don't have the prompts in advance for that. Historical fiction, mood read, a TBR vet romance. As you can see here, got a fuck ton of those. Middle grade haiku titles is also doable. And mystery, a gifted book. There are really strong prompts in this one. But I don't know if I think I want to do it again. See, I'm worried now because, like, yeah, there are some really strong prompts in this one, but they're not really the ones that I want to. I don't know. If I do it again, I could end up with worse prompts, and that will be my own undoing. So fuck it. We're gonna do it again. Because that's the kind of person that I am. So, okay, right. It's a historical, don't want a sci-fi. Got a historical already. That's a mystery. Not entirely sure what snake is. Romance. Ooh, what's that one? I don't know why my arm is just not moving as much as I'd like it to. Oh, we got it. There we go. Middle grade. And then we'll have a mystery. Cool. Okay. Gothic fiction, a booktube favourite, is a lot easier. Contemporary, multiple POV. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of YAs that would cover that. Historical fiction, BIPOC characters. Again, I've got Passing as a audiobook that I could do. That could work. Mystery, a new to me author. Horror book. Let me just go out and buy that horror. Yes, love that for me. I don't know why I did that little dance. That was really embarrassing. Ignore that. Romance, cute cover, easy. Non-fiction, gods. I've got quite a bit about mythology and gods. That shouldn't be too difficult. Horror, most recent purchase. So my most recently bought horror, and then I get to buy another horror. Love that for me. Middle grade, steal from someone else's TBR. So basically I will go and watch someone else's TBR video, which may be difficult because it's going to have to be last month's TBR video because I'm recording this super early because of the plans that I have. And then mystery LGBTQ plus main character. That is a solid amount of prompts. I'm very pleased with this list. I'm not saying it's the best. I think the second one was probably a good set of prompts too, but I'm not unhappy with this collection of prompts. So I'm going to go get those books together and then I will see you back in a sec. Okay, so the first prompt was Gothic Fiction, a BookTube favourite, and I will be reading The Grimrose Girls. Now, Ashley from Frolic Through Fiction and Leora from Books with Leo have both either mentioned this on their channel. I know that Leora had this in their most recent wrap-up and really enjoyed it, and it's probably the most gothic-y of BookTube's favourites that I currently have that I could see straight away. Plus, I'm totally using it as an excuse. I really want to read this because the sequel comes out in September. This is about a group of young girls who get caught up in a murder at their school. So it's like a mixture of dark academia and horror by the sounds of it. It will be YA, but I've heard really good things. So very excited for that one. Next is a contemporary with multiple POV, and I will be reading You Truly Assumed. This is about 3 young black Muslim women dealing with the aftermath after a terrorist attack, and it will very much look at Islamophobia, etc. And I've heard really good things about this, and it is also an audiobook on Scribd. Next was historical fiction BIPOC characters. Now I may do the audiobook for Passing, but technically that's a classic, so I'm not sure. But this one is a crossover between historical and fantasy and has BIPOC main characters. So this is about a young girl who's basically, her island is taken over by colonizers, and she can't, as far as I'm aware, she breaks it down from the inside out, is what I imagine is going to happen. I have tried to read this before, and I have TBR'd this before. I am going to check how many times I have TBR'd this, because chances are, if I don't finish it in this TBR, I would have to unhaul it. And I've got the second one as well, but I really struggled with the writing style when I first tried to read it, so it's time for me to give it another go. Next is a mystery with a new to me author. This is a secondhand book that I got from a charity shop for like 20 pence, but I keep seeing this everywhere. I keep seeing Ben Aaronovitch everywhere, and I have no idea what this book is about, and I'm just kind of sick of seeing it, so I'm reading it to get it out of my head and out of my eye line basically. But I do know that it has mystery as a key theme, so there we go. I've got something in my eye. Then we had horror. I could haul a book, and I have hauled Return to Fear Street, You May Now Kill the Bride. Now, I have never read any Fear Street, and I have never read any, I haven't seen the films, I haven't seen anything on Netflix, but I have been promised that this is essentially a new series, and that I won't necessarily need to know much about the backstory to enjoy it. So fingers crossed that's true. I really like the fact that I like weddings in romance because my mum used to own a wedding dress shop, right? So weddings have been my entire life. I love the idea that I'm now reading horror regarding weddings. That's really funny to me. Next was Romance, a Cute Cover, and I have gone for Not My Type, which is a disability rep romance. It's a very, very short, cute little novella, and I'm going to need something short and sweet for my many travels in July, so I'm excited for this one. But I don't know a lot about it, except that it includes a sexologist, an all-access podcast, and wheelchairs. That's it. That's all I know about this one. Then we had a non-fiction book about gods, and I will be reading Warriors, Witches and Women by Kate Hodges. This is a non-fiction illustrated book all about women of myth from around the world, but specifically about gods and things. So I'm excited about that. Then we had a horror most recent purchase, and again, because I have read the horrors that I bought recently, which is My Heart is a Chainsaw and Clown in the Cornfield, the only like horror that I have that I've not read thus far, other than the one that I've just added, is Dreadwood, which is a middle grade horror, and I'm hoping that will count. This is about a group of kids. It feels very Scooby-Doo-esque in that they find this creepy old building, or a creepy school, and have a look around and scary things start to happen. Again, that's really all I know. This was on Gavin's channel, which is where I first saw this, and the cover kind of sold it for me. Speaking of Gavin, when I saw that one of the prompts was a middle grade book stolen from someone else's TBR, I knew that it had to be a Gavin TBR. Had to be king of middle grade. In his May TBR video, because I went back, you know, I had to go back one because his June TBR is basically just thrillers and Pretty Little Liars, and I'm sorry Gavin, I can't do that to myself. He put the Mapmakers into his TBR for May. I haven't read the Hatmakers yet, so again, I'm TBRing it again. I'm pretty sure this is the third time now. I have to read this novel, otherwise I have to unhaul not only this one but Mapmakers as well, because I can't unhaul Mapmakers having not read it, and I don't want to unhaul it. One, because everyone loves it, and so I'm pretty sure I'll love it too, but also, can we just... You want me to give that up? Because I'm too lazy to read a book. I need to get my arse in gear, so it's on the list. And then finally we had a mystery with an LGBT main character. I have gone for Beyond the Black Door. Now, I don't know what sexuality the main character is. I just know that A.M. Strickland is known for having bisexual and pansexual main characters, and this has mystery vibes to it. A young girl and her mum kind of move into this new place, but she's not allowed to go beyond the black door, except one day she does, and things happen. I don't know anything more about it, and I'm kind of going in blind. I did know more about it when I first bought it, but that was a while ago. So this is one of like the first books that I bought because of BookTube, and I'm pretty sure Molly from Romantically Reading was the one that recommended it to me. So thank you, Molly. It's on my TBR, potentially for the second time. I really need to start reading these books when I say I'm going to. That's what I've learned. Stop picking up things not on your TBR, Hannah, and read the things that you put on your TBR. That's why you have a TBR in the first place. So yeah, much like last month, this video is going to be short and sweet. If you have read any of these books and you think you can guess which one's going to be a new favourite of mine, leave that as a comment down below. If you just want to let me know that you were here, feel free to leave a little racing car in the comments. Other than that, treat yourself to something from Waypoint because it supports me and my content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and most importantly, have a nice day.